Hi, everybody. Welcome on in. It is T1D Tuesday. For the others that maybe don't know you, do you mind just introducing yourself to chat?
Yeah, hi, I'm Marty, also known as VirtuallyMarti. I'm based in the UK.
Great name.
I have been type 1 diabetic. I was diagnosed as an adult, yet no family history, seemingly came out of nowhere. And I am a family brand friendly streamer, usually streaming Nintendo Pokemon games, but I dabble in other stuff as well.
Tell us about your Pokemon connection for people in chat that don't know.
So my husband, Joe, he runs the Pokemon website Cerebi.net. It has now been going for 25 years.
That's
So we're
insane.
celebrating its 25th anniversary this year. We had a bit of a party. Yeah, my husband's been running that since he was 13.
My
And
God.
if you're a Pokemon fan, on the internet, it's definitely hard to have not Googled something and stumbled upon Cerebi. He's
Wow.
very, very successful and has a great working relationship with Pokemon. He's a Pokemon partner, and recently has been part of the Guinness World Record that Pokemon did a couple weeks ago for the longest unboxing live stream. So hopefully we'll get a certificate in the post or something.
Wow. That's
But
so
yeah, he is
cool.
now a Guinness World Record holder, kind of, as part of a team.
And you're like, he's
Um,
just my husband.
yeah,
Dog dad.
but yeah, so I guess my husband's kind of a big deal.
Eh.
Yeah. Um,
So cool, Marty. Yeah, I mean, the Pokemon, like you said, the Pokemon community obviously comes out and shows so much support too for
mhm.
type 1 diabetics. So we're really grateful to that
And I've
and for
had
your
people come
connection.
up to me at events. I think it was Worlds in London, I think it was in
Oh,
2022. And I had people come up to me and say, I'm diabetic, thank you for fundraising for JDRF. And that was really weird. I
yeah.
was like, wow, thank you. And
Wow.
yeah, it's nice to hear from people
That is so
on that
cool.
level.
It's just random, like not what you'd expect at Pokemon
Yeah,
World.
just people approaching
Yeah.
you say thank you for fundraising for and telling me a bit about their story or their connection.
Wow.
And yeah, it's happened a few times now, and it's nice
That's so
to hear
nice.
from people and say we're all in this together and stuff.
Yeah. So you mentioned you've been obviously doing charity streaming and all that since
hmm
2020. Where does Breakthrough T1D, I like to say this, the artist formerly known as JDRF, come into your diabetes journey? At what point did you get involved
So
with them?
in 2020, I believe I was trying to think about this yesterday. It's like, how did I get involved? I believe it went something along the lines of in 2020, JDRF, I think, posted on Twitter that there
Hmm.
was gaming, um, JDRF gaming thing going on. And I thought, oh, that's cool. I followed it. And I think then I was reached out to on
By
DM
Emily. Yeah.
by Emily.
Uh-huh.
I think that's how the ball started rolling.
So
Obviously, I
cool.
followed JDRF before that, was fairly aware. But no, in 2020 especially, I was feeling a big sense of guilt that I wasn't doing anything to help what was
Mm.
going on in the world. And I was like, cool, this is something I can do to help. I was having anxiety and guilt dreams every night about going back to my old job
Oh,
and
wow.
helping, because I used to work in a bakery, and helping um like if they were short staffed, like get the bread out. And I don't know why.
Wow.
I just felt like inside, I guess, the guilt of I'm not doing anything to help what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And then this opportunity happened, and I've been involved ever since then.
So
And
cool. I'm
yeah.
not a super fan of it because you were stressed about feeling like you weren't doing enough, but still good that you were able to have an outlet
Yes.
to help put that in appropriate places. And hopefully the dreams subsided, the guilt
Yes. I do
dreams.
every now and then dream
Yeah.
about being back at my old
Isn't
job,
that
and
weird
that,
though? Stress dreams?
yeah.
Oh
And
my
like
God.
they're struggling, and I'm like, I must help them because they're struggling. It's like, why?
Why? What is
And
going on?
I left. Oh, what year is it? I left in 2017, so it's been a
Been a
while.
while.
So,
Wow. Stressful.
um, yeah, but obviously the JDRF couldn't do the usual fundraising back in
Mm-hmm.
2020. So
Yeah.
this is what I could do to help.
It's forever changed the way
Mm,
fundraising is done. I think for the better,
mm,
though. More options, more flexibility,
mm.
more access to being able to fundraise. So you had mentioned you had kind of already followed JDRF at that point, now
Hmm.
Breakthrough T1D. At what point were you introduced to them when you were diagnosed with type 1? Like, did you immediately know about them? Was it later? How did you become
See,
aware of it?
I feel like it just must have been a Google search
Sure.
because when I was diagnosed, I Googled, and don't ever do that because I was shown some really
Oh,
scary
God.
things.
True.
And obviously, because how America measures blood glucose. So I was seeing all these numbers like 300, 200, and
Oh,
like,
sure.
because that's not the
Yeah.
8.8 and 6.5 that we have. Like the measurements, like, because
Right.
nobody told me at diagnosis, because why would they? That, oh yeah, America actually does things differently.
Yeah.
And, I would definitely say to anyone newly diagnosed, actually don't Google it, just listen to your doctor.
Right.
Because yeah, I feel like it must have just been
You
a
kind of came
Google
across it right
search.
away and
Yeah,
then you knew.
and other diabetes charities as well.
Hmm.
And just it's one of those names that popped up, I guess.
Yeah.
A news article
That's
might have
good.
said
That's good.
JDRF in it.
Yeah.
But it was a very natural thing. Unfortunately, there was no Rufus
Unbelievable.
bag of hope, is it?
Yeah.
Kid sack that get
It's sack.
nothing,
Yep.
nothing for 21-year-olds that get diagnosed, unfortunately.
Why
They
can't
kind of
21-year-olds also get Rufuses? Like,
right,
what?
and that's what I said to Emily
Yeah.
when I first got diagnosed,
Yeah.
and she sent me one.
I know. So cool.
um, I now have a couple.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, there was nothing. I don't
Yeah.
even think I got a leaflet. Just good luck.
Especially probably because
Very.
you're an adult. They're like, well,
If you
they'll
can call
figure it out.
21 an adult, I know
Yeah,
in a
I
lot of
know.
places in the
Yeah.
world they're like, oh yeah, 21 adult.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, even the age I am now, I'm like, nah, not adult.
Yeah. Wait, so when you were diagnosed, like you said that you had no family history.
No.
What kind of support system did you have around you that were like family members, parents?
So it was just me, my mum, and my disabled brother. My brother is high school and he's autistic.
Okay.
So my mum very much had her hands full dealing with
Yeah.
my brother. Um, Even to this day, I think back on now my knowledge of diabetes, and I'm not so naive with it as I used to be.
Hmm.
And I think my mum doesn't have a clue on if I went into trouble, she wouldn't have known what to do. And I still don't
Wow.
think she quite grasps how dangerous, and I think because mum was naive about it as well and just thinking, oh, I've got my head screwed on, I can deal with it. It's just
Hmm.
injections. And no, I don't I
Sure.
still to this day don't think my mum really truly understands how dangerous, even in 2020. It's a bit more dangerous in 2020 if you're
Hmm.
diabetic. And my dad was like, "Oh, you're young, you'll be fine." And I'm like, okay, one, I'm not young, because we were talking about students in accommodations and halls and how
Oh,
everyone's gonna.
sure.
It's like I'm not. I'm 10 years older than these people in halls, and things are very dangerous with diabetes. You don't quite
Right.
it. I don't know. I just feel like my whole family, and also on the holidays, be food getting later and later and later. This is why I'm not a fan of the holidays, because
Hmm.
people don't really understand. Like, I gotta eat a meal, and tiding myself over with chocolate to keep me going isn't really the answer.
Yeah.
And I kind of need a vague idea of what's going on my plate before I eat it.
Right.
And I still feel like a lot of people don't really get it. So for a
Hmm.
support system, I mean, I had a boyfriend at the time. I just had to kind of deal with it on my own, really.
Wow.
I didn't know anyone else with it.
Yeah.
And all I had was the internet, and no one
Scary.
really, yeah, no one really understands it unless they're going through it too.
Hmm.
I know a few people now with it, where it's you know, and thanks to the internet, like you can talk to people like, oh, hypos, am I right? And they get it.
Yeah.
Or like a roller coaster day. No, it's really different. It's all well and good speaking to your significant other, but unless
Hmm.
you actually have it, it's just a whole new level of understanding. But
Of
yeah,
course.
as for support system,
Doesn't sound like you really
I
had
don't
one.
think I really had it. Like, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marty. That's really tough. Do you feel like you have one now? Like
Yeah, I
is
mean
like Joe
my
on it? Like
husband's great.
and now your
I,
dog?
yeah, Mochi, unfortunately, he's 7 months out. He doesn't seem to be one of those naturally alerting dogs that everyone loves to say, oh, my cat does it naturally. I didn't
Yeah.
train my cat, or my dog just knows. Mochi has been smelling my breath,
Mm.
which
It's usually a
I'm like,
sign, right? Like they're like picking up
yeah.
on something.
Yeah, so every time I go and see him, I sit on the floor, he goes right up to my face to smell my breath. It's like, okay, this is interesting. But yeah, Mochi's good emotional support at the moment, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still really early days to see if he'll make the
Yeah.
cut. Just to clarify, I'm hoping to train my dog to be a medical alert dog because dogs can be scent trained to
Right.
smell highs and lows, which is fantastic. And they have done great for a lot of people. Everyone's like, oh, why do you need a dog if you've got a CGM? But
Be
as
nice to have.
amazing, yeah, as amazing as tech is, sadly, for example, the first day I took Mochi to puppy school, I didn't hear my alarm
Oh
going in my
no.
pocket. I didn't hear my
Yeah.
low alarm going because of the traffic outside. And sometimes dogs know before the CGM starts
Right.
alarming.
So obviously you didn't really have much of a support system. You were talking about that. At what point did technology come into play in treating your diabetes? Like how did you get introduced to it? Like how did you decide what was best for you?
Must have been 2018. Went to the hospital and I saw a young girl with freestyle on the back of the arm. It's
Mm.
like, oh wow, cool.
You knew about
That's
that.
amazing. I know,
Yeah.
that's one of those things. And obviously, then UK Prime Minister Theresa May had one as well. I remember speaking to the nurse about it, and she looked like, man, I really want to give you this. She had the look on her face like, man, I wish I could let you. They weren't available on the NHS back then.
Oh,
So
okay.
this girl would have privately funded it because you had you have the option to privately fund Freestyle in the UK. I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe Freestyle Libre 3, could be wrong, I haven't checked in a while, is available to fund privately. It's a it's a real mess of what you
It's really
can buy and fund
complicated.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm not even sure because I because I really wanted a CGM. And so I emailed my nurse and so I was like, man, can I have a Dexcom?
You throw one my way.
And could you like come on, please? Because the NHS weren't funding people. Um, and I was really, really close trying to find the money to fund it myself. And she's like, no, but I can get you on Flash in a flash. Oh, and that was December 23rd. I was like, oh, been offered a freestyle. That's a Christmas present. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I wasn't sure because let's be honest, you had the continuous
Mm-hmm.
situation of a Dexcom, and then you had the NFC like I have to scan my arm all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and that just seemed like a bit more awkward.
Right.
Not a big deal in the grand scheme of things now looking back. But I was offered it, and this was a few months before it was available on the NHS because from March 2022,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, is when they said you can have a flash if that's what you want. You can have Freestyle Libre 2. One forced on anyone. It is like the options there if that's how you want to control it. So I went on shortly before the UK green light. So in January I started
Awesome.
and I opted. I went for the free trial. Freestyle website. I believe they do the free trial still.
They do.
And I I was like, this is great. So that was the beginning of January. I had the free trial, and then there was a gap. It hadn't gone on to my prescription yet, so we actually privately funded for 2 weeks because I just didn't want to go back to
Oh yeah,
finger
especially for a small
pricking.
period of time like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't want to wait to my prescription's updated. So yeah, we privately funded one. I think it was like £70
Ooh.
for 2 weeks. Yeah. But I just didn't want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've been on it for a few years now. But
Um.
we do have a test blood sugar thing as a
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Twitch
What's your
option.
thing? Someone's redeemed it yet, but I want to hear it. There she goes. She's
I
just
always
swiped it.
forget what arm. I always forget what
What arm
arm.
it's on? Yeah, you're so
Yeah.
used to it now.
Hey, you take that. I'm actually in Target. I mean, ignore the
Yeah.
afternoon, but
Hey, we're not looking. We're not looking at that
yeah,
one.
yeah, that.
You guys, that's
Yeah.
great.
Lunchtime is an
All it took
issue at the
was
moment.
T1D Tuesday to keep you in range.
But yeah, like I went this was fantastic the other day. I had a high. I was
Mm,
high for about 18 and
yeah.
then a lovely low after my
Low,
adjustment
low, low.
at about midnight. So it's just like handful of sweets in
Yeah.
bed.
Oh my God.
I'm
That's gotta
trying
be
to sleep.
exhausting.
You know, I
Yeah.
didn't think I'd drop that much. I don't usually drop that much. So I went from the high,
Yeah.
plummeted.
What is your go-to when you're like drowsy in bed? Like what are you doing to reverse or help it when you're low?
Oh, I have bags of Haribo.
Ooh, gummy bears?
Um, yeah, the Star Mix.
Yeah. Oh, Star. Okay.
Yeah, just all
That's
of
your
it.
go-to.
Yeah,
Do you take
still
that when you
packs.
travel then too?
Yeah, I've got like little bags
I
everywhere,
bet. Little zip
and
pouches.
typically not in my drawer right now. But yeah, I usually have little bags of Haribo just
Yeah.
everywhere. And hopefully I can train Mochi to go get me an emergency bag at some point when I need
That would be so
it.
nice.
That's one of the
Or
goals.
like Mochi wakes you up with the bag.
Yeah, that would also be great.
That would be so cool. Yeah, I mean, because you've actually, I think one of the first interactions I had with you in our Discord when I started in 2022, you were talking about if there's any guidelines or someone you could talk to about alert
Yeah,
dogs. So I'm really hopeful for you that it works out because that
thank
would be
you.
incredible. I know
Yeah,
you really want
it's
one.
the information online has been difficult.
Yeah,
I seem to found a couple of Facebook groups now. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard,
definitely.
and hopefully, I mean, Joe has sent me a picture. He's watching the stream with Mochi on the downstairs
Oh,
TV, and Mochi's just watching the TV.
hear
Hopefully,
your
he's not.
voice probably.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I'm hearing her upstairs too. This is weird.
I mean, he's used to hearing me stream at this time of
Oh,
day and
sure,
not seeing
sure.
me, but he'll be having his nap soon.
Oh my God. So cute. So does Joe like pretty much on top of
S-
it for you when you need it?
So
Like, is he looking at your app?
Joe has the companion app.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the CGMs and that have companion apps. Um, so Joe sets his phone is so much louder than mine when the alarm goes off, but he has set it higher than my high alarm and lower than my low alarm.
Mm,
So when it's a super emergency,
he gets
he
it too.
does not wake up when my high or low alarm goes off at night. Like
So no.
I would like wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, sorry about my low alarm last night."
What?
He's like, he says I never have to apologize for my alarms, but
Oh,
I do
good.
anyway.
Yeah.
He sleeps through them.
Well, that's good for him, I suppose.
Yeah. But maybe not so good for me if I
No.
really needed
That
him.
means you really need the
Um,
alert dog. That's what I'm hearing.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean there's loads and sometimes um the alarms don't work.
Right? Yes.
I have looked before and I've been 18 plus
Oh,
and
wow.
I have not been the alarm doesn't go. It happens sometimes
Technology is fallible.
technology be like that and it's just like this is why I need a dog as a backup. Because my hyper alert my awareness um is very hit or miss. I could feel absolutely fine and I'd be dropping. I could feel absolutely fine and I'd be sky high. So it's very hit or miss
Yeah.
whether I feel them coming on. So that's why I thought, if I can train Mochi to be
Mm,
aware, it's a good backup. Just in case things do go wrong, like I don't hear my phone alarm in traffic
mm.
or that the alarm doesn't go. Um,
Yeah.
because tech be like that sometimes.
As pro streamers, we know.
Mm,
Oh, Joe
but
said if
I
you
couldn't
left your
live without the
internet,
tech.
he said if you left your internet on overnight, it'd go to my phone and it would wake me.
Yeah. I turn my Wi-Fi off at night because I'm like, why do I need the internet on at night? If someone needs me, they'll phone me.
My God, just keep it
Because if,
on.
but why?
You're not
It would
getting
just be
charged more.
the notifications would just wake me up.
Oh my God. I kind of agree with Joe on
There's,
this one.
there's just no point keeping it on at night. The notifications will wake me up.
A safety pet, if you will. Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, you don't even need that reason to get a dog like that. That's just like incredible that dogs can even do that, you know?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie,
And I
Marty,
mean,
just put your phone on silent or D&D, then leave it on overnight. I leave mine on overnight all the time, never a problem. Yeah, everyone does everything differently.
and also you should charge faster if you just make sure nothing's
Oh,
running.
that's true. That's a good point. Good point,
But with
chat.
fast
Are we,
charging
are we
now,
starting a marital disagreement?
he's always like this.
I'm just kidding. Um, so I guess, you've gone through a lot having T1D for, what did we say, 14 years now? 13 years?
13 years?
You've seen a lot in that 13
Yeah.
years. There's been a lot of change with tech. There's been a lot of advancements in
I
research
don't think I have had a year
without
where
something big.
where I'm using the same tech. We're
Oh,
trying to think about
interesting.
this, like,
Yeah.
God knows how many glucose monitors I've gone through, um,
It-
different pens, different insulin. I think this is the first year I don't think my treatment's changed at all.
wow. Yeah.
When I really should have been on the loop.
Take the loop.
I didn't buy any more Freestyle Libre stickers
Yeah.
because I thought I won't need them by the end of
Because
the
you're going to have
year.
the loop. Oh.
I'll be on a free by the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So,
considering all of that, right? Like, what gives you hope today?
I mean, the trials going on are amazing. The tech,
The Vertex?
yeah. And also I know it's been sent to me a few times because a lot of my following obviously very aware of my struggle. And like the pump where there's glucagon in it as
Yep.
well,
Mm-hmm.
it's huge,
Huge.
but it's a step in the right direction,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. Um, but because in my head it's like, what is a cure right now without a cure? And looping is just amazing.
Yeah. Daily
The
management.
the the amount of stress that would a lot less decisions.
If I
I
need
mean,
to write
I'll
a
be
letter
honest.
to someone, like, do we need to start a letter writing campaign? Get Marty the loop. Get Marty. Like, I'll do it.
Well, I'm hoping by the end of the week the phone line
Yeah.
will be sorted and then I can get some
Yeah.
answers because from January, like it's been 12 months since they were gonna give me that phone call. It's like,
Right.
come on. And I was meant to get an appointment for a pre-loop assessment,
Yeah.
and I was told this back in July. So
We got hashtag loop Marty in. That's so good.
to get the loop, there is certain criteria that you have to meet. I can't remember all of it, but for example,
Right.
pregnancy, getting body ready for pregnancy, which is just as important. I can't remember what the HbA1c amount was, which I hit, but the irony of since being on a pump, my HbA1c is lowered,
Oh,
so
God.
don't actually mean that. But I think being on a pump already is also one of the things that green light you
Requirements.
for
That
it.
makes sense.
I think there's more
Mm-hmm.
to it, but yeah, just very frustrating. Even though you meet criteria, that you're still kind of a bit of a postcode lottery,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. For chat, we talked a little bit about this with our friend in the UK the other week about how basically it's where you live in the UK and what you get access to, your
Mm.
trusts, they call it. So it's very interesting. And it's,
Like the types of needles they can
yes.
afford. I've been asked in the past for a cost-saving measure to go onto a cheaper needle. And I messaged nurse at the hospital. It's about where I used to
So
live, and
wait,
they're like,
does
absolutely
the
not.
government ask the nurse to reach out to patients to reduce cost? Is that how that works?
It was a letter from this is where I used to live. It was a
Yeah.
letter from my GP surgery saying, "Oh, we're moving you on to a different we want to move you on to a different
Mm,
type of needle." This about when I was on pens.
yeah.
And it must have been, I was talking to my nurse anyway, I had an appointment, and she's like, just put your foot down. You're not going on
You
to
don't
those
have
cheaper
to.
needles.
Oh,
Stick with
God
your
bless.
BD microfine. I can't remember the needles they wanted me to go on, but
Wow.
no, there, and I believe a lot of people have been taken off more recently, been taken off Dexcom to go on the Libre or vice versa. I
Mm.
remember reading in
As
some
a cost
Facebook
saving
groups there
measure?
is remember reading there's been a lot of people being told to change things recently.
Mm.
Um,
That's interesting.
yeah,
Wow.
but
Yeah.
you really
Interesting,
got to
right?
know how to advocate for yourself and knowing what
And that's so, because
you're
obviously,
allowed.
shocker, I'm from the US. Can you tell? It's so interesting because it's literally, it's kind of just whatever your doctor wants to give you. And you can ask for the cheaper one that's on insurance, but because it's all
Mm.
private. So it's all,
It's
unless you're like on
very in
Medicare or Medicaid,
It's
but
very interesting because
it is.
obviously health insurance there, you got the NHS here, and you
Mm-hmm.
basically don't get much choice. Like I
Mm-mm.
have the My Life Yipso pump. I do not believe that's on the market in America.
Ah.
You don't get a choice in what pump you're given. I do think you get asked if you want a Dexcom or Freestyle Libre for looping. I don't know if you are given a choice between Libre 2 and Dexcom 1. But very
Mm.
much in the UK, you don't get much choice in or say in,
Yeah.
like you can't buy an insulin pump independently to my knowledge. You couldn't buy a Freestyle Libre 3 when I was looking at them because you have to be the looping program costs money.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another reason why I think the NHS is because the looping program, I believe, costs maybe a few £100 a year or something, the app.
Right.
And I feel like saying, I would pay that. If you give me the option, I let me pay for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
okay, NHS, you can't afford it. Okay, I'll pay for it then.
Right. Give you the
But you don't
option.
really get any options.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, because they want you to also be trained into how to use. It's why typically you don't go straight into looping. They want you on the
Mm-hmm.
pump for a while first, so you've got the education. When I got my pump, I had to go to the hospital. Um, I had a course. I went to the hospital like 3 days in a row. Like there was a whole course I had to go on
Yeah.
to learn how to use the pump, and so that I know how to, like, without the app as well. So if you don't have the app, you know how to use it manually. So there's a lot of education involved, and I feel like they're trying to, obviously, because it's a medical advice and things could go very wrong. As a safety net, you're not really allowed to do it yourself, and there's a lot of regulations for
Right.
which is probably why you can't. Like I've not seen being able to self-fund the pump here. God knows how
Yeah.
much that would cost, because I think my pump's like £3,000. I don't know. I know I had to insure it.
Right.
Because if it breaks, they won't give you another one.
Oh, interesting. I
Yeah,
didn't know
you
that.
have to have it on insurance.
Oh,
Um,
I think it just really underscores how I think Breakthrough T1D, regardless where you live, it's like access is such an important
mm,
piece of this. Regardless of if it's funded or not, it's like being able to pick what works for you, like, and not being forced to have one type of technology over another.
Mm.
And that's what we were hearing in the UK. It's really, they're trying to really get it where it's like universal, regardless of trust.
And now we just got to work on airports. I'm just reading
Oh,
the
yeah.
chat.
Oh, God. That's a whole nother thing. It's
I
a whole nother
hate,
thing.
I hate
I
airports.
know. I'm sorry. I can't help that I have type 1. This is, and you don't know about it.
Yeah.
Here it is. Yeah. That's got to be really
Oh no, it's
frustrating.
like the way they look at you when it's like it was TSA. It's like
Mm
I can't go for a scanner because on my devices are safety, it could set them off.
hmm.
Just and they're like saying that I'm an opt out. It's just no, well, I'm not opting out. Like the way you're saying it is like I'm choosing not to do it. I would happily go through there, but I
Right.
can't.
Yeah.
And
It's not
it's
possible.
like they're like, you don't want to go through the scanner. And then you just have to wait there with no shoes on, just like twiddling your thumbs. And I had to wait a really long time because they really don't want to like pat you
Pat you
down.
down.
And it's like, I didn't ask for this. Like
Right.
you're just making me feel like I'm being awkward for the sake of being awkward.
Right. Or being
Um,
being a nuisance because that's what you want to be. Like
yeah.
I would rather blend in and
It's
just go
like
through the
I
thing.
could and obviously when the pat down, I was like I show them where my sensor and pumps are first. Um,
Wow.
and also informing the airline ahead of time that you got a CGM. I don't think a lot of people know you're meant to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you find out that you had to do that? Because I feel like I haven't seen, like, I feel like that should
Um,
be something we have like on our socials and stuff, like what to
I
do before
think
you fly.
I because Japan last year was the first flight we had been on since 2019.
Mm.
Um, so I and I didn't have a CGM before that. So it
Mm.
was my first flight with a CGM. And obviously, because it's Bluetooth, NFC, whatever, because
Yeah.
you got to have the Bluetooth on for the alarms.
Yep.
So I looked into it with the airline that we were flying with, and it was like, let us know.
Got it. So you did the extra
And
work on yourself. You're like, I
yeah.
feel like I'm probably gonna
And
have to let
obviously
them know.
this year I had the pump on top of that because when we got back from Japan last August, I then went on to an insulin pump. So um I didn't
Man,
have to deal with the pump stuff in Japan last year. And it did say, let us know if you have a medical device.
got it.
And then what I have discovered though, since informing airlines of this, because we've flown a few times since then, we can't do pre-check-in anymore. I have
Because
to
of your
go to a
device?
I have to go to a desk. There's like every time, I don't know if we've just been paranoid, every time it's like, there's been an error, please see assistance. We try and check in, and it's like, you have to see someone at the desk. And when we go to the desk, they're like, da 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 da. Oh, you have a medical
Oh
device.
my God.
And
That's annoying.
so, yeah. And it's like, I feel like this is it's because I've told them I've got a medical device why it keeps erroring every time we try and check me into a flight.
Weird.
Um, and also I had a few medical devices that weren't on the system in Japan last
Mm.
year. So I went through security twice. I had a nightmare because the language barrier,
Mm-hmm.
and they were trying to find my device on their system, like a pre-approved
Oh,
devices.
because you weren't
And
in the.
I
Oh,
had a manual glucose meter that was fairly new to the market, which I don't think was on their system, and they didn't know what to do.
wow.
I had to go through security twice because I went through and then they took me back out again. And
Ooh, this is stressing me
it's
out.
2020 was 2023. I was like,
I would have been irate at
it's
this
like,
point.
why is diabetes like, and even this year, it's like, it's 2024. Why are they
Right.
so freaked out when diabetic? I'm not the only diabetic going to come through here with a pump today,
No.
statistically speaking. Why is this such a hoo-ha? Not knowing what nobody seems to
Yeah.
know what to do when
Right.
that's I think airport security need to wake up because
Yeah.
it was funny though, 'cause was it this year? I went through, I think it was on the way to Japan, I had a box of needles, backup pen needles.
Yeah.
Um that went through fine. They didn't care about that. They cared about my Nintendo Switch. And that had to be put back for it. It's like, I just sent for a box of needles. You didn't blink twice at. But my Nintendo
My
Switch
God.
is a problem, apparently.
Oh my
Um,
God. I wonder what the
no,
solution would be to that because it doesn't really feel like there's been much difference.
airport security
Yeah.
is just like the thought of going away again next year. It's like, airports.
Oh, tremendous
But
stress.
you get an extra bag carry on with your meds,
That's
and that's,
nice.
yeah. And you're allowed to pre-board so you can make sure your bags full of your meds are above your
Oh,
head.
smart.
And then, and I had someone try and move it on our flight back from Hawaii. I'm like,
No.
no, no, you keep that where it is, because it was a full flight and people moving bags around. It's like,
Yeah.
that has a tag that says medical equipment in it.
Yeah.
Don't move it. I
Oh
need that
God.
there.
People are crazy about their
um,
bags on a flight. That's a
mm.
whole other
I
thing.
literally have a big old medical
Yeah.
equipment sign on it hanging so people could see it, and they were about to move it. I'm like, could you not move that?
Thank
There's
God you were
damageable
like
stuff in
there.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh.
I was like ready to, no, you're not moving my bag.
Yeah.
But no, I hate traveling. But it's funny because when you go onto a pump and a sensor, you think, oh, it's great. Okay, I don't have to carry as much around with me
Yeah.
now. No, you literally have way more to
Carry
carry
with you.
around with you, and all the stuff that you used to carry
For
and back
backups.
up.
Yeah.
So no, things haven't got easier at all in that,
If
in that
anything, like the
regard.
day-to-day part has gotten a little, but it's still a
Yeah, I
lot.
mean, I was saying it's like, man, I could just go out with as long as I got a bag of Haribo in my pocket, I
Yeah.
could just go out with my phone now because
That's
I can pay
crazy.
for stuff on my phone. I've got the pump and everything. As long as I'm just going to shops down the road, or I
Right.
don't really have to take much with me anymore.
That's a
Because I
huge
remember,
change in 13 years.
yeah, like because I before my diagnosis, I bought a really cute designer bag.
Mm-hmm.
Um, And then I got diagnosed. I couldn't use the bag anymore because I had to fit so much in it,
Shit.
like treatment and pens and meter, everything. I couldn't use small bags anymore
Oh,
because I just had too much to carry around with me. So I had to give the
yeah.
bag to my mum. Um, but
Marty
I
the
can
bag lady.
somewhat, I can, I did have quite the collection of,
Yeah.
Kipling bags with the monkeys. That's what me and my mum used to like get in. But no, I had to get bigger bags because I had more and more to carry. Even
Yeah.
mini lounge fly bags are a problem because man, you can't fit much in those. Like I
No.
like to carry, like I have a bag of emergency stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
put into each. I take out one bag, put into another, so I
Yeah.
know that I have my little
Organized.
emergency bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
smart.
could barely fit it in a lounge fly.
Oh my
Um,
God. Oh,
but
airport
yeah.
security needs to tune into T1D Tuesday and educate
Yeah, no, they do. There's a
themselves.
little card you can take to
Yeah.
show security saying that you have medical device that I
Mm.
have.
Well,
That's
you know, obviously, Marty, it's been kind of a journey for you. That's what kind of
mm,
I'm hearing. I think chat would agree. If there was one thing that you could say to yourself 13 years ago, having just been diagnosed with T1D, with everything that you know now, what would you say?
don't Google things.
So
Like,
simple. Yes.
yeah, because you
Yeah.
you read all the nasty diagnosis stories and stuff, and my diagnosis
PK.
story was so tame in comparison. I had a urine infection, and they did a dip test, and they're like, oh, I mean, now I know they meant to say ketones, but to dumb it down, they said, oh, there's some sugar in your urine, and that shouldn't be there.
Mm.
Now I know it's ketones. Um,
Yep.
like my diagnosis story, super tame compared to what you can read on the internet.
Horror stories.
Yeah, and yeah, never. And also, everyone's diabetes is different, and don't feel like you're any less diabetic because you're on half units, and
Mm.
um, people are taking 10 times more insulin a day and per meal that you
Is
are.
that something people feel like that you're not?
I felt like I was on half a unit to 10 grams of carb,
Mm.
and even I've still got a half unit pen. They discontinued because only kids are on half units, and
Wow.
getting hold of these pens, you can't anymore. Only pre-filled, and they're branded for kids. And I am definitely not a kid. Anyway,
Huh.
I did feel like when I would be like, oh, I'm taking 2 units for this thing, and someone would take 20 for the same thing. I was
Mhm.
like, I feel, say, less of a diabetic.
Yeah,
But I was
wow.
like, I can't complain when this person takes a whole vial a week. A vial of insulin in a pen, they're meant to be in there for about 4 weeks, a month.
Mhm.
That wouldn't, I would not go through that in a month.
Wow.
That, like, I would absolutely now, and even more so now I'm on a pump.
Yeah.
Um, because I'll be honest, the diabetes has got worse. The resistance and everything.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, like people would take a whole vial like every other few days or a week, and I would not take a whole vial
Oh,
a month, and I would feel like I can't complain compared to the people taking a million
man.
more units than me. So yeah, I guess I'd felt less of a
It's weird.
diabetic.
Yeah, like the competition to be more diabetic or less. Yeah, that
I
seems
just didn't feel like I had any
yeah.
grounds to complain compared
Oh,
to
man.
those that had it
I'll say
since
this,
they were
Marty,
born.
complain all way because having an autoimmune disease and having to deal with type 1 diabetes,
I've just got on with it
yeah.
because there's no point. I don't think I've had my cry for a while, because sometimes you have a cry about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I think I'm due my little crying breakdown once or twice a year. I'm well overdue. Um,
Mm,
yeah, it's just, I just got to get on with it, or else, well, I'm gonna feel terrible if I don't keep on top
right,
of it. So,
right.
um,
Don't Google chat. Don't.
don't Google it.
Just go
You
to
can go to Breakthrough
breakthrough
T1D.
T1D.
Yeah. Um,
TSA if you're listening.
TSA. Yeah.
You have shared so much. Thank you for being so open and honest about your experience with type 1. I think I just want to let you know that we're here for you for anything. And you know our community is too.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
but you know
Oh,
that
like when I was invited to the Discord server, it's like everyone here
it's
will
your people.
understand. Yes.
But also like
Um,
please keep us updated on looping. Because like that's all I'm hoping for this
yeah.
Christmas for you is that you
That'd
get
be
an
a
update
great
on
Christmas
looping.
present, wouldn't it?
Yes. And please post it because we need to know.